I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon, and we will grow. And I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Aries. If you are an Aries ascendant, then Mercury will be moving in your 4th house. This is your 3rd lord and 6th lord moving in the 4th house, and this is going to resolve matters related to your personal life. This is Budh, which is your mind, sitting in the position which is your Sukhabhav, the house of comfort, and therefore this would want to engage with matters related to your own passion. So it's a very good time to do business related to your passion. You will have this sudden need or feel an urge to actually do something that is of your interest, enough of fulfilling everybody's dreams and desires, and for the first time it will bring your attention to your own soul fulfilling things. Like, say for example, you want to play a guitar, you want to do a business related to real estate, but you were doing something else. Now your attention is going to be towards the 4th house, towards your own comfort zone. Also, if people are connected to matters related to real estate, if you are a consultant, if you are into work from home setup, this is going to be a very good Mercury transit for you. But be very careful. A lot of lethargy may impact your health, your skin, and your nervous system. So be very careful what you are doing when you are at sleep. Also, sleep regulation is going to be very important. Sleep posture is going to be very important. These are small things. People usually ignore this, but in the long run, this can affect your health big time. Taurus. Now, in case of Taurus, Mercury transit will happen in your 3rd house. The 3rd house Mercury is very good for communication. So your verbal and non-verbal communication skills will improve during this time, especially if you are connected to writing, journalism, communication field, IT field, languages. This is going to be a very good time. It is also going to be a very good time for traders, brokers, and someone who is connected with FMCG products, someone who is connected with transport business, and someone who is connected with export and import through the sea route. This is and something that is connected with merchant navy. This is going to be a very good time for you. It's an exploring transit. It's a transit where you would want to explore different horizons of your life, especially in your career, and you would want to try some luck. There can be some communication gap with your younger siblings, so try to maintain a very positive relation. And if you observe, this is your Dhana Lord and 5th Lord going into the 3rd house, and therefore this is a very good time for money building. This is a very good time to build your potential and also communicate, have a conversation if you're facing problems with related to these areas. Gemini. In case of Gemini, Mercury transit in Cancer will happen in your 2nd house. Your Lagna Lord, your 4th Lord going into the 2nd house is actually a very good transit. Just one thing, this can also create a situation where your mind and your heart are at 2 different places. So be very careful when you're communicating with your family members, and be very careful when you're liquidating your assets and trying to bring more money into the bank. That is good, but it may be consumed or used for some other purpose. But if this is what you want to liquidate, if you want to sell off something, if you want to merge your business with someone, this is going to be a very, very good transit for you. Overall, Buddha Gochar in the 2nd house is something that will develop your wealth. It's a money making transit. So if you want to start a new project, if you are thinking of a startup, this can be a really good time for you. Cancer Ascendant. Now in case of Cancer Ascendant, Mercury rules your 12th house. It rules the 3rd house. It comes in the 1st house. So it wants to bring change in your life. It's a very good time for doing certain expenses that you have been holding back for yourself. Sometimes you have to think about your own future, about your own profits, and sometimes you have to talk with yourself. So it's a very good time for self-talk. It's a very good time to discuss things, matters related to your own heart, something that is very close to you. If you want to talk to people who are close to you, if you want to be with them, if you want to spend some time with things that you love, with people that you love, this is the right time for that. because Mercury in the first house means you will be in a better position to speak for yourself. You will be in a better position to work on your own identity, and this will give you a new opportunity. This will make you a childlike person with happy and bubbly heart, and therefore you will see good things. You will see colors around you and not the monochromatic world. So it's a very good transit for you. Just when you're spending, when you're communicating, control your words and do not allow ego to come in. Leo. Now in case of Leo, Mercury transit will happen in the 12th house. This is second lord going in the 12th house, will invite unnecessary expenses, so be very careful. Also, if you see the position of Mercury is your Mercury is your 11th lord, and the position of Mercury is in the Vyaya Sthan, house of loss and expense. So do some donation, otherwise money will go out. Businessmen who are dependent on the liquid money may feel the liquidity crunch. There can be over the top operating expense, so be very careful. People who are involved in aviation sector, people who learn foreign languages, who want to travel abroad for education, will see something positive coming your way. But if you are in trading, if you are in such kind of business where you gain and lose quickly, you need to be very, very careful. Also, you will have to be very careful about the miscommunication that can happen with you. Be clear in your statement and justify if people don't understand you. Make a detailed, elaborate explanation for actions that you think people are not getting, if they are not getting your point of view. Also, Budh in the 12th house can work on your nervous system, can make you a little anxious. So if you are suffering from anxiety, chant Bhagwan Ganesh mantra, Om Gam Ganapate Namah. Virgo. Now in case of Virgo, the Mercury transit will happen in the 11th house. This is a very good transit for you because your ascendant lord and 10th lord comes in the 11th house. Briefly, this is going to relieve you from all the pressure. This will give you the knowledge, the information necessary to expand your identity. Friends and network circle will come together to your rescue, and this is the time when if you speak your heart out, there will be some solution. But if you keep everything within and doesn't open up, especially in times of need, then there can be a lot of issues. See, sooner after 7th of July, Venus will enter the sign of Cancer, and this Mercury and Venus combination is very good for businessmen. It's very good for new career. It's very good for launching a new product. It's very good to manage the finances which are going haywire in your life. It's a very good time, especially for people who are looking for their wish fulfillment, who are looking for some movement in their business. Say you have a shop and things are not moving in the right direction. This may be the time that you will see things are moving in your favor. Chanting Shri Sukta every day, especially in your office, in your shop. Just praying to Ma Mahalakshmi, bowing down in front of her, visiting a Lakshmi temple before you go to your work is going to be very good. This can be also a good time to be around your cousins, and you may start some business, or some career options will be available that you can do with your cousins, especially the long distant cousins. Think about it, see the Kundli, see the compatibility, and then take a step. Libra. If you're a Libra ascendant native, then Mercury transit will happen in your 10th house. A 10th house Mercury means you will gain from foreign assets. If you are exporting your goods and services outside your base location, it's a very good time for you. If you're running a logistics company, this is a very good time for you. If you're into information exchange or protection of information rights, securities, if you are into cyber security, a very good time for you. Also, Mercury rules your 9th house, and 9th lord coming in the 10th house means the luck will favor you in terms of career. And if you want to talk about promotion, if you want to discuss something with your colleagues, if you want to go into collaborative work, teamwork, this is the transit that you should look for. But you have to understand that the place that is not the right place to express your emotions should not be used for the same. That means where you need to apply your brain, don't put your heart in that. And this is the confusion that you will have when Mercury will move in the 10th house. Also, you will see that the grass is greener on the other side, and you will try to focus on the path of relaxation. Nothing wrong in that. That means you are burnt out, you are overworked, and therefore you need some rest. So take out some time for vacation. See how you can manage your stress, and chant Ganesh Kavach if you feel that you are overburdened, if you have too much of responsibility on your shoulder. Also, career related expenses, business related expenses are on the cards. And if you want to travel abroad, or if you want to look for a job opportunity outside your home space, this may be the time where you can, depending upon your own Mahadasha or Antardasha. Scorpio. Now in case of Scorpio, Mercury transit will happen in your 9th house. Now it's your 11th lord going 11 places away in the 9th house. So it's a very, very good time because it's Bhavad Bhavam. It's a destiny changing time, destiny altering time for you. Why? Because your 8th lord is now in the 9th house. Travel, education, commercial activities. If you want to lend something, if you want to move to a bigger space, all that is possible during this time. Help from your father, message from your guru, message from the learned people, subject matters expert, are gold mine for you. So use that information to propel yourself in the path of success. Now Mercury coming in the 9th house also is very good for people who are in the travel industry, people who want to work on a day-to-day basis, like who are freelancers, people who travel to long durations for work, or if you have some work-related travel coming, during this time it will be really, really successful. Also, the recommendation is to learn a new language, read scriptures, and visit Ganesh Bhagwan temple and chant the mantra Vakratunda Mahakaya Surikoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurmedeva Sarvakareshu Sarvada. Sagittarius. Now in case of Sagittarius, Mercury rules your two important houses, 7th and 10th, and it goes in the Ashtama Bhav. So it's a time to do introspection, reflection. It will force you to bring changes. So if you are a businessman, investment will come, but you will have to change your tactics. You will have to focus more on the occult part of the life. Mantra chanting. If you want to bring changes in your career, maybe you will have to meditate and control your nerves. This is the time where you need to have that nerves of steel in order to come out of the problem, which you will, because Mercury being in the 8th house will be guided by Venus and Sun very soon. And your ascendant lord being in the 6th house, Mercury being in the 8th house, you need to focus on all the paperwork, all the legal matters, especially in your business. Focus also on your health. You need to rest, you need to relax properly, because if you run too fast, then there will be some changes in your health that will interfere both with your business, marriage, and your career. Also, if you are in a situation where you are overburdened, if you have too much of responsibility, you will find that you cannot take it up with the seniors, with the supervisors, with people around you, because the help will come a little late. That means this is the time to sit and do an introspection. Soul reflection must be done. What is right? What is wrong? What should I do? And it is more like investing your time, money, and energy for a future goal, for a future purpose. And if you're stuck in some situation, Mercury in the 8th house can really help you. Chant Gajendra Moksh if you cannot find any solution from any direction. Capricorn. Now in case of Capricorn, Mercury transit is very, very important transit, because this Mercury is coming in your 7th house, and this can be a little difficult for you, especially in terms of marriage and relationship, in terms of establishing a rapport with your people around you, and trying to connect with the circumstance, because your heart will be somewhere else, your mind will be somewhere else. So be very careful. This is the time to strike the right balance. Wait until Venus comes in the sign of Cancer, Venus comes in the 7th house, and then slowly you will start loving things that are around you. But till that time, you will feel this need to reject everything. You may get the feedback, but you will try to ignore that feedback. So be very careful. These are short, small things, small transits, 10-15 days, but this can create a big impact on your decisions, and decisions convert into karma. Karma gives you the karma phal. So think about it. Also, it's your 6th lord coming in the 7th house, so you need to be very clear if you're communicating something very important to your life partner, business partner, or if you have committed something to someone, try to fulfill that. Otherwise, this can have a problem in reputation. After all, it's your 9th lord in the 7th house. But if you want to start a new service related or consultancy related business, a new idea might come in your mind, and that will be fruitful. So if there is some idea, there is some thoughts coming in your way, or you are getting some offer, write it down, think about it, and if everything seems good, then go ahead. But an emotional yes or an emotional no should be avoided. Aquarius. Now in case of Aquarius, Mercury transit in the sign of Cancer will happen in your 6th house. Now we know that 6th house is the sign of Virgo in the natural Kal Purush. Mercury loves the 6th house, it wants to solve. But here, the problem with Budh is that it is in the Karka Rashi, the Jala Tattva, water element, moon related zodiac sign. This Mercury is in Vipreet Rajyog because Mercury is your 8th lord coming in the 6th house. Health of your mother can be a big challenge during this time. Also, your own health can be a big challenge. You would not know how to manage your emotions, and therefore dealing with the emotional state of mind can be difficult. So talk to someone who is close to you. Contact your family members and try to be close to people that you admire, that you love, that those are close to you. Also take care of your health, the health of your heart, the health of the kidney, spine. Do certain yoga related to these things, lower back exercises, and take care of your skin. Overall, I will say this is a Vipreet Rajyog, but first of all, you will have to face the adverse circumstance and then it will give you the positive result. And there can be certain expenses, unnecessary expenses that you may not want. So in that case, block the money somewhere, and I would say that look for great profits, but try to see if things can be made sustainable. Pisces. In case of Pisces, the Mercury transit in Cancer will happen in your 5th house. It's a very, very positive transit, especially for students, for people who are learning something, people who are into training, people who are into academy, college, because Mercury Budh in the 5th house would want you to learn more, expand your knowledge, get the information, and love the way you are studying. So you will love what you are learning, and that means some interesting information is coming your way. Jupiter, which is your ascendant lord, is also in the 3rd house, aspecting the 9th house. So going to a Bhagwan Narayan temple or visiting a Ganesha temple and chanting Om Gam Ganpate Namah 1100 times during this Mercury transit, or doing Ganpati Havan is going to be a very, very good remedy for Pisces ascendant and Pisces moon sign. With the 5th house Mercury, this is only going to create a little bit of complication with respect to your children. How will you interact with the children? But otherwise, more or less, this is a very positive Budh. Mercury aspect on the 11th house also shows new source of income might come your way, and your education, your certification is going to help you secure a better job and a better placement in the future. So students who are planning to learn, go for advanced studies, go for higher studies, it's a very good time to take a call, take a decision, plan things around you. It's a very, very positive Budh. Make the best use of it.